Petr Yan minus 215. Merab Dvalishvili plus 185. So Petr Yan goes 0-2 last year, Kenny. He loses to Aljamain Sterling and Sugar Sean O'Malley. Some suggesting it's a real bad time to be fighting Petr Yan. That is Merab Dvalishvili's reality this weekend. We need to pick matchup of bantamweight contenders. Ken-Flo, lead the dance. Who do you got?
Yeah, all the guys give me a hard time. They think I dye my beard and hair. I do have some white hairs in my head every once in a while. Props to my dad for giving me dark hair and not having any white yet. But all right, this is a great fight, man. This is a tough one to pick. I think Petr Yan is a guy who has a ton of experience. I think that he's going to have a big striking advantage in this fight. I also think if someone gets a finish, it's most likely Petr Yan. Very few guys can hit with the kind of power and accuracy that Yan has. There's a couple things that bother me about this, though. First of all, Yan doesn't have the best footwork. And if you're a guy like a Merab Dvalishvili who wants to time your takedowns, those are the kind of strikers that you want to go against. Someone who has big-time power but still is a little flat-footed. I think that will help Merab. I do think Yan, though, will have that speed advantage. So very interesting matchup in that regard. He also has a ton of 5-round experience, big fight experience as well. Merab not there yet, but when I look at that, okay, well, how is Merab going to perform when it comes down to pressure? I think he's going to be just fine. How is he going to deal with 25 minutes in the octagon? I think he's going to be just fine there as well. Everyone talks about his conditioning literally being a weapon, and I believe that to be the case. Can he get a finish over Petr Yan? Perhaps. I think Yan is more likely to get the finish. But I like Merab here. I think he can be consistent at the very least and getting to that clinch, doing something similar that he did to Jose Aldo, hit those takedowns over time and control Petr Yan or slow down Petr Yan. I like Merab here. It's going to be close. It's going to be very interesting. But give me Merab Dvalishvili for the win.
Ken-Flo just sick of fading Longos, guys.
Yeah.
Brian, who do you have?
What a fight. What a main event. Such a tough fight to pick. I cannot sit here and see a fighter as good as Petr Yan losing 3 in a row. I just can't do it. And then I look at Merab, who's an absolute machine going at plus 185. It's like, whoa, what are we doing here? His biggest win was Aldo's last time out. He kind of stalled a little bit. Wasn't the greatest Merab performance. That is Aldo, though. Great takedown defense, dangerous on the feet. He did what he had to do to win, which is fine, right? I thought he won. No complaints here. The common factor here is Aldo. Aldo fought Yan twice. He's in Vegas training Merab. And so they both kind of know their game plans, whatever. Ray said he's not been a ton of a part of this camp all that much, which I think is going to hinder Merab a little bit. Ray's a genius mind. And also, he's already prepared for Yan twice, and they got 2 wins. I know the one's a legal knee, whatever, but a solid win the last time out. Merab and Aljo, the differences are not the same fighter. Aljo holds you down. He takes you down. He holds you down. If you try to get back up, I'm going to take your back. Merab will take you down 15 times in one round, not give a shit, right? He's not that dangerous threat to take your back, to submit you. He's got some decent ground and pound, but his cardio is the weapon. But we're dealing with Petr Yan here, who is definitely not a guy who lacks cardio, definitely a guy who doesn't lack motivation, toughness, all those things. And you have an advantage. Merab has the advantage with Aljo, but I also think Yan has the advantage because he's been in there with Aljo. Aljo's probably big brothered Merab multiple times throughout his career. Maybe not now. Aljo's also a very big 135. Merab, I think, is perfect 135, maybe even a little tight on the smaller side. Merab's a good number. If you're rocking Merab, plus 185 is a good number. I'm stalling here because I'm picking Petr Yan, and I don't want that knock at the door from Ray Longo. No one tell Ray Longo this. I just can't see him losing 3 in the row. The number is a little high for me. I wish the number was closer. I think it's going to be a very close fight. But in those clinches, Yan is dangerous, and he's strong, man. He really is. And I can see an elbow coming, a knee up the middle, I'm rooting for Merab. I think he's a great character, and obviously he's Team Longo, who we root for. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Yan. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Yan. Yeah.